Welcome. Thank you. That's a good start one. All right. Here we go, guys. Byun versus Dark. 2 former world champions going at it. 2 GSL champions going at it. 2 sick badasses going at it. So we have Dark here in the bottom right of Site Delta. And in the top left, we have Byun. Okay. Quick thought here. Byun opens with 2 to 3 racks Reaper openers all the time right now. He's unbelievable with them. Unbelievable. We'll see how heavily he plays into that here. Who the fuck beat Ninja Gaiden? Dude, Ninja Gaiden. Me and my older brother got to the last boss and got him to 1 health and fucking choked and died. It was one of the saddest days. We never made it back. It was so sad. All right, so 2 racks. We'll see if he goes into a 3rd one. He normally does 2 racks, so that's what I'm expecting, but occasionally he will go for the 3rd and go very heavily into the Reapers. I wouldn't mind to see that. I think Dark is of such a level. Maybe Byun wants to try to get that big advantage early instead of a slight one. God, you guys are actually making me really nostalgic while I kind of wait for this game to start up reading. It's like, have you beaten Gauntlets? Like, damn, yeah. I actually, we went to a place called Palladium in Halifax, and me and my son put fucking quarters into the machine until we beat the Transformers game. It was awesome. We were very proud. All right, so it is going to be a 2 racks Reaper opener here. We'll see if he stops on 3 Reapers. That's generally how it goes into a command center from there. And then, well, you have a lot of options from there. We'll talk about that as we move forward. Where's the 3rd? Where's the 3rd Reaper? Is he really only going to make 2? Really? 2 Reaper? 2 racks, 2 Reaper? Huh. That's... I haven't seen anyone do this. Not that it's like a mind-boggling thing. Like, obviously, you could cut one. Your opponent is going to think you're going to have 3. But it is different. It is different. It's like, it's kind of trying to make Zerg play exactly the same. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit less damage that you're putting out. All right. Not sure why they're typing these. Z is like a laugh from Byun, but that's like the N key for Dark, so I'm not really sure what that's signifying. So anyways, you know, Byun is teching up really, really quickly here. Got his add-ons going a little bit. Tech Lab is coming up. Stim on the way. So I guess what we're seeing here actually is 2 Reaper when it's normally a 3 Reaper opener. But he's going into a 2-1-1. Or no, maybe... Well, I think that's what he's going to do, but I guess we'll see. He just moved the factory off of the Tech Lab, so that points out to me that very likely he'll put the starport onto the Tech Lab, right? But normally you make a reactor and then, you know, grab a couple medevacs for a 2-1-1. Like, he's getting stim and he's on 2 racks, so it seems like that would make sense, but instead he goes Cloak and Banshee. Okay, so Marines with stim and Cloak and Banshee. This looks like a 2-1-1, but I mean, Dark can't see it all yet, so for him, he might be thinking it's 3 racks, 4 racks. You know, Byun does that sometimes, the Reaper opener into 4 barracks, that type of thing. So there's a lot that has to be prepared for. And in fact, he's doing the anti-2-1-1 opener, where it's just a very fast +1 carapace, and then he'll make sure that he has like 7 queens, and yeah, plenty of lings. And that's, you know, I talked about this a lot last week, and I'm sure so many times since 2016. Because 2-1-1 was Byun's best build back when he won the World Championship. And this has been the counter ever since then. It's just everyone kind of agrees this is a great way to play against it. But yeah, it's not that this isn't like... It's funny because like instead of Medivacs here, it's a Banshee. And it's going to be multiple Banshees, but there are going to be plenty of Queens. There are a lot of Lings out here right now, by the way. There's a lot of fucking Lings. We might actually see Dark try to kill Byun. Like, I could see him morphing a bunch of Banes on the left side. Oh, he's getting Burrow. Look at that. Okay, Cloaked Banshee coming in. Spores are absolutely not ready, so he is going to get a very good amount of drones here. As long as he micros nicely. So far, so good. Good transfuse. So already 6 kills. Very, very good. 12 drones being made. So doubling that killed amount. Carapace is just about to finish. And where are those 9 Banes? They're out in front of... Yeah, he's gonna try to go for a kill. He's got a lot of Lings right now, guys. He has, like, I want to say 60. It's a fucking lot. It is a lot for 6 minutes into the game. All right, here we go. We actually have the engagement. All right, some Banelings connect. He gets on top of the wall, which is important. He can't let this close.
ST4 and Kai Hanglo cheered.
Oh, we'll play that in a second, Stanky. Sorry. But, okay, he gets rid of the Tech Lab upgrades. Surrounding everything, the SCV is trying their best to help out in this fight. But look at the amount of damage dealt. Byun taking a lot of damage here, losing 16 workers. You know, obviously he had done some damage to Dark across the map, and Dark had, in a way, done damage to himself by making so many Zerglings. But certainly this feels like Dark got enough compensation there, right? Like, he got a lot, and he killed a good amount of Marines there as well. Now, the Banshees are still flying around, still being very, very annoying. I'm not even sure why he's doing that exactly. Like, maybe just checking, making sure nothing left through, like, the side through Medivac, something like that. Oh, it doesn't have the mana for a cloak there on that Banshee, unfortunately. So combat shields had to be restarted. +1 armor on the way here for Byun. +1 melee on the way here for Dark. Dark just now getting layer, actually. That's kind of wild. I hadn't noticed that it was that late, of course, though. If you look at the way this game has been played thus far. Great transfusion, by the way, just saving that queen. We're removing some of these overlords. Byun deciding it is time to try to move out. Ooh, good lift up on that depot. Very important lift up as well.
ST4.
we'll play it in a minute. We'll play it in a minute. But yeah, so look at this. Okay, Byun is trying a tank push from the side. He still has one of those Banshees floating around. You know, we're about to have 1-1 upgrades on both sides. Right now, they're pretty even as far as those upgrades go. That is a lot of Banes up there, but speed is not done yet. Gonna be able to get this hatchery, it looks like. Not much counterplay available there from Dark. Boosting up into the main base. Gonna kill off these spores before they're even ready. Yeah, he's gonna have to just lift there. That is a lot of Zerglings. Wow, even gets a shot from that far. Damn. So Byun getting that third base up and mining. Keeping his worker count pretty close. Dark up in supply a bit when he's army supply a bit here, where he's on Lingbane Queen, right? So that's a pretty strong army he has. Don't forget, Banes did get a nerf. And, well, this is kind of a funny thing because Byun is acting like he's going to poke in. He's not. He's not actually going to. He's like removing some creep and he's keeping Dark a bit busy. Honestly, I think that was a good opportunity for Dark to maybe hit the third base. Byun's army is kind of split right now. And in fact, that's interesting. He's going to leave a chunk of it, send 2 medevacs home, leave a chunk with the tanks, And a little bit of a... Oh, he really wants that other Ling, huh? A little bit of a drop coming in. Overlord speed not done yet. I like the idea. They did buff Overlord drops a little bit. They have like quicker DXL and stuff. So they basically unload. They get to the spot that they're trying to unload and unload more quickly. If you watch a lot of StarCraft 2, you can notice it. Trust me. So Lings get in. And yeah, Byun has plenty here. This isn't going to do anything. But this didn't cost a lot. So I think it's a totally fine idea for him to try. The Banshee's still somehow alive here, flying around. Being incredibly annoying. If you can pick off some Banshees, you're pretty happy here. He may have seen that. Yep, he saw it. Okay, so that's a big deal in a lot of ways. That's a big deal in a lot of ways. Like, he knows now that he has to look out for Burrow. And, of course, he gets those Banes as well. Not that losing 3 Banes is going to be the end of the world. Both sides approaching that max supply, over 100 army supply each. Byun, okay, he's going to come down here. He has more than enough to kill this all, but not super cost efficiently. I don't like Dark's position all that much right this second. Like, he's definitely got a lot of army supply. He definitely has potential here to kill this army. But don't forget, as he battles, he basically has to replace everything. Ling Bane just evaporates as it attacks. So while you might kill your opponent's army, you definitely have to make sure that you have enough macro hatches, enough larvae to replace basically the whole thing. And that can be tough. And that's why you absolutely must tech up during this. And he is getting the Ultros Cavern, but it is a little ways off. So he's going to have to take at least one more engagement with just Ling Bane. Some Vipers coming out as well. That's super helpful. I think Blinding Cloud is really what you're looking for there. Possibly Parasitic Bomb as well, of course. It's kind of like a punish more than anything. Doesn't really help during the battle. Looks like we had a little Baneling run in there. Some nice micro here from Byun. Just keeping pressure on. Being as annoying as can be. Yeah, not quite able to get up there. Maybe if the tank hadn't been there. All right, another stim and an attack here on that 5th base. Dark expanding the bottom right now. Wow, that's a good pickoff. That's really an excellent pickoff. Dark did not want to lose that. That wasn't like a purposeful sacrifice. That was a, oops, I didn't get there in time sacrifice. So right now, 3-3 Adrenal and Chitinous Plating on the way. Dark really looking to nail that Hive transition here. When he gets his 3-3 and all, like basically all those upgrades done, this Ling Bane Ultra is going to be really scary. But that's another hatchery canceled. Byun is doing such a good job with the pressure. Now, there's those Parasitic Bombs, of course. That's the way he's chosen to start to fight back against the Medivacs overall. Very annoying. It's not going to kill him. Oh, that one does kill it. I thought that was going to have like 1 health left at the end, but no, I guess not. So nice pick off. Nidus Worm almost done. There is an Overlord looking inside the main base of Byun. So we'll see if he's able to get that up without Byun noticing. Byun's pretty damn good at looking at the mini-map, so not sure he'll be able to. All right, there it goes. Let's see. Oh, dude, Byun. Oh, no, he sees it. He sees it. He's going in. He really is on top of that type of thing. Like, look at that. There's a lot going on in the map right now, but here he is. He's just like, yeah, no problem. Oh, Banelings lead the charge. Yeah, eliminates that pretty easily, though. All right, Ultra Speed is on the way. That's a funny difference on Burrow between StarCraft 1 and 2. If you attack a burrowed unit in StarCraft 1, it immediately unburrows. That's almost a quality of life thing. That's kind of funny that there's a quality of life thing. I think that's the thought process behind it, is you don't want it to just die, you want it to get up and fight. But I think that might be something that they designed as a quality of life thing. I think it actually is probably stronger that it doesn't unburrow. In fact, I know it's stronger that it doesn't unburrow in StarCraft 2. But yeah, just kind of a funny thing. I never thought of that. So in comes a gigantic amount of Ling Bane. Some Ultras getting up here as well. The speed upgrade is done. Great upgrades. Byun's still going to be able to hold on. Secondary attack coming in. Oh, just parasitic bombs going down all over the place here. Forcing a liftoff. Lots of SCVs falling as well. Byun is still okay. He's still got a pretty sick army. We don't really have ghosts yet, though, right? Like, I haven't seen a Ghost Academy at all. So these ultras are going to be mega hard to deal with. Like, I think he will just go heavy Marauder. You can see he's already transitioned into 3 Marauders at a time. And that certainly will help. So 5 ultras coming up. Dark is making like a really cool and very good army, but his base count is not actually that strong. Like, he has been struggling to keep 5 bases up this entire time. Luckily for him, he happens to be like the best lower econ Zerg late game player in the world. And like, I think you can see that reflected here. It's not like a lot of the time you'll see games that look like get this long, you know, Zerg's gonna be sitting on 3K, 2K banks, something like that, right? So it's really easy for them to remake. But in this case, definitely, you know, Dark is having to be a bit more careful with his units. He cannot just replace everything every time. Okay, let's see these blinding clouds. Oh, he actually chooses parasitic bomb there. I am surprised. I don't understand any world in which you don't throw a you know, at least one cloud over that tank. Anyways, he is reducing the health of those medevacs immensely. Those are going to start popping, which will make a big difference. Great Ling run in up here to pick off these 2 tanks. No support. I think you should be able to load Hellbats on top of a siege tank so that they can protect it from things like that late game. A lot of ultras starting to hit everywhere. Yeah, Byun with a little bit of a counterattack. A lot of things on fire for Byun, unfortunately. He still has a lot of army supply, though. A lot of what he's lost here is economy, and obviously that's a big deal. But if he can be efficient against these ultras, it's pretty big. Dude, there's air coming off of them as they run forward. That's how fast they are. Crazy. But look how efficient this is. Holy crap. Just barely gets that planetary. Imagine if Byun had saved that. That would have been wild. Okay, Byun is down to 24 workers, but still has similar army supply. His economy, though, is completely garbage. Completely garbage. He's barely mining. He's got like a few patches at his 3rd, and that's it. Luckily, he doesn't really have enough SCVs to do anything else, so it's perfect. The perfect match between his SCV count and the mineral patches. Ooh, nice mine hit there, but Dark getting this very excellent surround. Some good parasitic bombs going down. I tell you, this is a beautiful game. This is a beautiful game. Byun now clearing out a bunch of the creep. He's really starting to apply pressure here because he has to, but I think he's dead. Like, Dark is he's gonna be able to finish him here. But Byun has to basically push nonstop. There's not really any options because his economy is so weak. If he's not consistently trading and getting good favorable trades, there's no way to win this game. But I think that's literally impossible. You look at the amount of queens we have. The economy of Dark is just so much better, even though it's only 65 workers. GG. That was just a superb game out of Dark. And Byun actually played very, very well because he was actually pretty well behind a couple times that game and fought back really nicely.